us represents, and we represent family, and how family always stick together. We are family. So if anything happens, we're always together forever.
My name is Lou Napoleon. I remember taking this life skills training when I was 13 years old a while back. It was one of the most interesting things I did. Not only did I learn about the life I was soon going to face, but also shared stories and amazing life lessons from people with different backgrounds. This training helped me see things from a different perspective, which really helps in achieving the sustainable lifestyle. I realized that being a teenager is easy, but being a good teenager needs skill, and it is this skill that I obtained while taking this training. I learned confidence building and knowledgeful lessons related with gender that have direct and visible effect on my day-to-day life.
Hello everyone, my name is Mihila Brahanu. I'm a second year student in Jacobs University, Bremen in Germany. Our school is the most diversified university. 70% of the population is from different cultures and nationalities. And this 1 week here that I learned 3 years ago was the best thing that's ever happened. It takes every life skill and just packs it up into 1 week with great teachers that talk to you and interact with you perfectly.
Communication takes practice. It's never perfect. Sometimes no patient, sometimes not kind, but you have to say what's on your mind. Communication is hard, you see, but its end is key to that great relationship we all want and need.
My name is Brooke Malaku and I'm going to present to you a poem. Time. It waits for no one and passes everyone. It flows for eternity and goes by quickly. It should be cherished, for it cannot be reversed. What is before is gone, because the past is gone. What comes after is a mystery, because the future is a mystery. But what is now is a gift. That is why they call it present.
Welcome to the annual life skill training program. And my name is Hiwat Muduna. I'm 18 years old and I will be giving my testimony on what the life skill training did for me. So exactly 2 years ago, I was sitting in the same seats you guys are sitting here today, wondering, why am I here? You know, it's cold and I could be in my warm bed right now. But just like you guys, I was also curious on what this training would give for me, and curious on what it was all about, and curious on what I would take out of it. I was also curious on what I would take from the program, and that gave me the push to start this program with an open mind. I figured since I was already here, this was 2 years ago, and since I was already here, I could do this with an open mind and take as much of it as I could.
So by making them do this exercise, we try to connect what they think about themselves and what other people think of them. So it has to be like more or less the same. It doesn't have to be like a big difference between what people think of them and what they think about themselves.
loneliness, helplessness, and being misunderstood and ignored. The second people who acted out as violent realizes those people who are blindly aggressive, those people who judges other people, those powerful people who abuses the society, and those people who think that they are the only privileged people worthy of the life. And their violent actions that will disgrace the world from peace and integrity.
Barakat and Dale, I want the cheerleaders to clap too.
Salamno and a very warm good afternoon. My name is Gillian Millsop. I'm currently the resident coordinator for Ethiopia ad interim. I'm normally the UNICEF representative to Ethiopia, and I'm delighted to have the opportunity today to say a few words about the wonderful program that UN CARES has developed and is currently holding this week for children of UN staff in Ethiopia. I was fortunate to be involved with the program last year and was delighted to have the chance to make some welcoming remarks as we opened the 5-day life skills program for young people this morning. We have over 120 young people from across the UN agencies taking this opportunity so that we can help them make a safe transition from adolescence to adulthood, so that they have the opportunity to really learn over this 5-day program that UN CARES has established how to live their lives safely, to make the most of life, but really to make sure they're safe, they can have fun, but in a safe way. And we're really delighted that UN CARES is such a strong group here in Ethiopia and have been running this very important program over the Ethiopian school holidays now for some years, offering life skills for young people. So I wish the program great success, and I really hope to be involved in it next year.
My name is Miriam Malua. I'm the country director for UNAIDS in Ethiopia. The work that UN CARES Ethiopia does is one of the most critical programs that we have in this country, simply because it is speaking directly to improving the lives of children and young people, particularly the UN family young children and young people. It is presently developing extremely informative, innovative life skills training, which touches on the full gamut of a lifespan of a child, starting from issues of diversity, issues of healthcare and well-being, but as well as issues of compassionate and dealing with very difficult decisions that teenagers go through. I have always personally felt that if the UN is to do something meaningful in this country, but generally, it should really put its resources to UN CARES, because the work that it's doing is fundamental. It's the baseline for building the future generation. And within the context of UNAIDS and within the context of HIV, we attach a lot of importance to skills building as the foundation of ensuring reduction of HIV transmission, but also a better appreciation that leads to better behavior change. So, I mean, if you're to ask me what my own opinion is, I am all sold. I really believe that UN CARES generally, but UN CARES Ethiopia is really doing cutting-edge work. And as UNAIDS, we fully support it, and they have my personal commitment.
Today is a very important day for us in the ILO and the UN in Ethiopia, because we have just opened the 6th life skill training for adolescent children of UN staff family in Ethiopia. This is an exercise that we started as part of the UN CARES program in Ethiopia in 2013. Since that time, we have organized 5 different sessions, which has brought about over 215 children together, learning different skills. And of course, this has largely been driven by the challenges that we see the parents and the children do have together. So this life skill training address issues dealing with decision making, dealing with communication, dealing with issues of HIV/AIDS, dealing with how you can also deal with peer pressures. And our observation is that this training has been very useful. This morning we had testimony from 4 former participants who have come really to say they cannot regret what difference the 1-week training has had in their lives in terms of how they're approaching lives generally, but also their capacity to look at life in a different way, the way they interact with their families, and some of them are already at university level. And they're saying they are really applying these kind of skills in their new situation. So we are getting a very important feedback from former participants. This morning we had a collection of 120, again, adolescent children, and you can see that the number is increasing. It's not declining. So there is a very important trend in terms of the demand that we are getting from the children. We also hope that we will be able to bring the parents together at the end of the training session. This will be on Friday, so that the children will have an opportunity to kind of give back their feelings on what their experience has been over the last 4 or 5 days, and also the parents to see some of the transformation that their children will have gone through, and also probably share how they can collectively address their challenges. So we really touch a lot of importance, and I'm very happy with my team under the UN CARE program for putting this together, but more important, the children themselves for making themselves available for the training.
The UN CARE Life Skills Training is a very critical exercise for young people, for adolescents growing into adulthood. Personally, I have enjoyed being part of it in the past, and every time I have a chance, I would like to continue to be part of it. For 1 or 2 reasons. Adolescents are growing to be adult, and besides the education they get from parents and school, there is another set of values, another set of skills that they need to acquire. And the UN CARES program is a very, very interesting one, which on top of the families, on top of the schools, and on top of other institutions, help them to discuss issues which may be too sensitive at times to discuss with families, to discuss with mom, to discuss with dad. But the program makes it possible for them to do so, acquire the skill, the knowledge they need to protect themselves, but also acquire the skill to discuss with parents, to bring up these sensitive issues to their parents. And for that point of view, I believe the UN CARE program is doing a very, very good job. I have in the past discussed with some of the adolescents who have been trained in the program, and what they feel they have acquired, the confidence they have got as part of the program, as a consequence of the program, to be able to discuss with their own peers, but also with their parents and their siblings who stayed back home. So I do encourage all young people in the context of this program, or actually I should say I do encourage all parents to make sure that their children come to the program so they can acquire the information, the knowledge, and more importantly, the skills they need to not only prevent all kinds of diseases and situations like HIV infection, like STI, like unwanted pregnancies, not today, but down the line when they become sexually active. And actually to acquire the skills to prevent and delay the onset of sexual intercourse so as to prevent all these problems. So yes, it is a very important, very successful program, I must say, and I do encourage colleagues to send in their own children for this kind of skills training. What I would hope, and this is what I said last year at the opening, what I would hope is that parents don't just send their children to the life skill training program. I would hope that parents also go to the training where the program makes it possible for children to acquire the information, knowledge, and skills, but also for parents to acquire the skills many of us never acquired before, so we can interact with our own children on these sensitive issues. So let me encourage the organizers and wish them well for all the work that they are doing with our children, for our children, but also for our community, period.